I know it's not Monday, but can we just appreciate how much I love this t-shirt? Hey. So today I'm going to be talking about tanning. It's coming up to that time of year where we all want a bit of a sun-kissed glow. I am completely against sunbeds, so if you want to talk about sunbeds, go elsewhere. I also don't think lying in the sun is that great for you, and if you watch my Protect My Skin video, you'll know why. So I've been trying to get more into fake tan recently. I used to hate it. I used to hate it because you'd always see those girls who were orange or had patches around their wrists, and I thought, I do not want to look like that. But I actually think if you invest in a good one, do your research and learn how to tan properly, you can get a nice subtle tan. If you're looking for an expert on tanning, don't watch this video, go elsewhere. I'm definitely no expert. As I said, I've only started doing it recently and I'm still learning about it all. But if you are a complete kind of no tan, have no idea about it, then we can just discuss it together. We can have no clue together. So first of all, I'm going to talk about exfoliating. The first thing I do, no matter what kind of tan I'm using, is exfoliate the skin. You need to get off all the rough, dry skin because otherwise the tan will just cling to it, and that's why it goes patchy or streaky. As I mentioned in another video, I love using exfoliating gloves. It makes the whole thing a lot easier. You just pop them on and then you can use your hand to exfoliate, and they're quite harsh but they don't hurt, but they really do get off all the dry skin. I also really like the Rimmel Sun Shimmer Pre-Tan Exfoliator, and this is a product made specifically to exfoliate your skin before tanning, so it's really great. It's very kind of gritty, it really exfoliates the skin, and even when I'm not tanning I like to use this on my legs before shaving because it really kind of like makes it easier to grip all the hairs. So this is the exfoliator I would recommend before tanning. And then let's start with instant tans. So not the kind of tans you hear about where you have to apply it and wait for it to get darker and sleep on it or wash it off. These are just ones that you slap on and it gives you a bit of colour. These sort of tans are really good if you have an evening event or something where you're wearing maybe a short skirt or a dress and you want your legs to look a little bit tanned. And the two I would recommend are the This Works Perfect Legs Skin Miracle and the Caudalie Divine Legs. They're kind of a bit different. Let's talk about Caudalie first. This one has been spoken about a lot because it does make your legs look really glamorous. This is the sort of thing you'd wear if you were going to an awards ceremony or a party. It's slightly shimmery, so you will have that kind of glistening look to your legs, which will make them look really healthy, but some people don't like that kind of look. This definitely isn't one for travelling with. It's in a ridiculous glass bottle, but it has a nice easy pump, and with this kind of thing I just put it on my hands, apply it on my legs and wash my hands. You don't get any marks on your hands or anything. It's really easy to blend. There's nothing more to it than put on your hands, blend it on your legs and you're done. This one has a really nice kind of golden finish, nothing orange, nothing too subtle. It's just a really good one. The Perfect Leg Skin Miracle is very similar, but this one's more of like a serum. So this one says a powerful serum with vitamin C to perfect, repair and enhance. So this one really makes your legs look very healthy and nourished and moisturised as well. It has a really nice tan colour. I think all the This Works products, it's just I really like the tan. It's definitely not orange, it's kind of somewhere in the middle. It looks really natural, just like you've been on the beach for a few hours. This one would be my favourite out of the two, but this one isn't shimmery, so they are slightly different. I also have a mini size of this that I always take away with me, and I just think this is one of those make your legs look good kind of products. So now let's talk about proper tans. I guess that's not what they're called, but you know what I mean, the traditional type of real tanning, get naked, prep your body, do all of that kind of stuff. Something to note is I always apply tan with a tanning mitt, so that looks like this. Let me take it out for you. They're really cheap, they're like £1 or £2, and you pop your hand inside like that, and it means that you can just put the product on and it will not streak or go patchy. It's much better than using your hands. It means you don't have your tanny hands when you're done, and it's really easy to use. There are two tans that I use that I found to be the least kind of scary of all the tans, and I've never had any problems with them. The first one is xen-tan Dark Lotion Absolute Luxe, which was introduced to me by Anna from Viviana Does Makeup because she has used this for years. It comes in a giant tube. The one thing about this is it is quite expensive. I think a lot of tans are quite expensive, but you can get it slightly cheaper online on Feel Unique. So this is a lotion. What I do is I shower, exfoliate, make sure my skin is completely dry, and then apply the lotion with a mitt. The only thing about this is you do kind of have to wait for it to dry, so if you're doing it in the evening and you go to bed, you will get tan on your sheets or on your pyjamas. But if you wait for it to dry, I don't really have many problems with it. It has a slight scent. I think all tan products have a slight biscuity scent. This one isn't that bad. And it leaves you with a really nice kind of greeny olivey tone tan, which is a sort of tan that really suits me. It says it's ultra dark, so I was really worried. I was in Phoenix phoning Anna saying, are you sure it's ultra dark? She said yes, because Anna's quite pale and she said this does not go that dark on me. So I went for it and she was right. It's not that dark. It's just like a nice noticeable tan. It's nothing crazy. Definitely not orange. I also feel like this really moisturizes the skin and my body always feels really nice and soft after I use this. The other tan I've been using is one I mentioned in my monthly favourites, so I won't talk about it too much because I spoke about it then. If you want to see the video, I will link it below. It's the Saint-Tropez Self Tan Express. This is slightly different. It's a mousse, so it applies kind of similar. Mousse lotion, not much difference really, you just kind of whack it on. Although I find with the mousse it dries quicker as you go. With the lotion you can kind of keep blending, but this one dries quite quickly. After 2 to 3 hours, depending on how dark you want your tan, you wash all the product off and then you're good to go. The tan will keep kind of developing throughout the day. This also has a really nice kind of natural tan colour. It's not as green or olive toned as the xen-tan, but it leaves a really nice kind of bronzy, nice tan. This one's more convenient if you just want to kind of tan and go, because say you have a couple of hours in the morning, put this on, have a shower and you're good to go. Whereas this one, you kind of have to let the product dry. So those are the two tans that I've got on best with and I really like them both. I would definitely recommend them. For the few days after you tan, it's really important to keep your skin moisturised. If it starts to dry out, I think things go a little bit patchy around your ankles, your knees, your elbows. So the tan I use is the Vaseline Spray and Go. I have the Aloe Fresh one. This is just so easy because it's like an aerosol and you can just spray it straight on your body. So it's very quick because I find moisturising my body so boring. So this is good for those of you who also find it boring. When it comes to tanning my face, I don't use these kind of tans. I don't know why. I think it just scares me that it's going to go too dark because I don't want to have to change all my makeup and foundation if I go too dark. So the products that I use that work really well for me are the Clarins Liquid Bronze Self Tanning product, and this I just use on cotton wool all over my face in the evening, and the next morning when I wake up I'll just have a slight tan. It's nothing too drastic that you have to change your foundation, but it just takes the edge off if you're feeling a little bit pale. And I just love this. I'm like nearly finished it. I think it's down to there and I use this all the time. If you want more of an instant like pick me up morning bronze that you can just put under your makeup, the This Works Perfect Look Skin Miracle. So this is like the same one to go with this for the legs. You just put a couple of pumps of this and it's like a bronzy gel and you can use it as a base under your makeup and it just kind of lifts things, adds a bit of kind of bronzy colour and takes the edge off if you're feeling very pale. So finally, let's talk traditional makeup bronzers. I have 3 favourites. You guys are going to know them all because I talk about them all the time. First one is NARS Laguna. Look at this. I've pretty much finished that. I need to buy another one. This is a great bronzer. It's slightly orangey, so if you're very pale, this might not be one for you. But if you're my kind of colour or darker, it's a great bronzer. It's not completely matte, but it's definitely not shimmery. So you can use it for contouring or an all-over glow, and it just looks so nice on. If you did want something matte, I really like the Body Shop Honey Bronzer, and this is in shade 2. I think it's matte. I don't 100% know, but it's definitely not very shimmery. It's a really nice bronzer. There's a shade 1 as well, which is slightly lighter, so it's good if you have very pale skin, but even shade 2 isn't very dark. It's a really kind of soft bronzer. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like when I apply it, it makes my makeup look very like soft focus. And finally, Soap & Glory Solar Powder, which I use all the time. There is a massive dent in this one. It's split down the middle, so there's a slightly darker matte bronze and then a slightly lighter shimmery one, and I just swirl the brush all together and it's just a really nice summery bronze. It's definitely not too shimmery, it's not kind of too orangey, it's kind of quite ashy toned, and I absolutely love this bronzer. So those are all the tanning products that I love, and hopefully this helped you if you are kind of just getting into tanning and you want some recommendations. It's actually a question I get asked a lot by my friends and family. I think with tanning products they are quite intimidating and you want to have a personal recommendation rather than just picking one off the shelf, because going orange and patchy is not cool. So comment below and let me know what your favourite tanning products are in case I want to find some more. And hopefully this helped you. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!